Hey guys, it's Miss Marcy, and we are here for a review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, or recap or whatever. All right, so let's get into it. So Candy goes to see Kenya, or whatever, and she's talking to Kenya. She sits down and she's talking to Kenya, and she's telling Kenya, like, Ty got mad at me the other day, and girl, he let me have it, bitch. He let me fucking have it, honey. And he made me feel really bad. And so Candy starts crying and stuff because she's telling Kenya, like, I'm just, busy, whatever. I need to learn some balance. I need to, I don't have balance of like family and, hold up. I don't have any balance of family and, just trying to balance my family and my career and stuff. And she started crying because she said she feels bad because she feels like this is for her family. You know what I mean? So she hates that Todd feels the way he does, and she hates the way it looks. Like she will put everything else before her family. But I think what it is it's just a case of, sometimes we take family for granted when we know they're going to always be there. It's so we think, your husband he may not always be there. He may decide to say, fuck this shit and start going to mess with somebody. I'm going to tell y'all something. I think if Candy left Todd alone enough around Carmen, I believe her friend Carmen, I believe Carmen would smash Todd. I believe so. That's just my opinion. But, so, she tells Kenya about how Todd had an issue with the sex scene that she's going to be doing on the Shy. Kenya's like, well, yeah, I can see any husband having a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that, Todd is trying to be patient here, whatever. But both of them are busy because Candy said he'd be busy as well. He'd be working a lot too. Like he was at work as she was having that conversation with Kenya. But see, that's the price you pay for hashtag power couple and all that type of shit. That's the price you pay. There's a lot of sacrifices that's being made. Think about when it's just one person who's a boss person, you know what I mean? Let alone two people, a couple. There are sacrifices that are going to be made. And sometimes you're not going to like those sacrifices. You sacrifice time away from your family, your kids, and things like that. So, I mean, yeah, they have to find a happy medium. They must find a happy medium, Candy and Todd, or they're not going to make it. And then another issue was, when they were in the counseling session, I'm just going to go on and get into that right now. When they were in the counseling session with Michelle, which I never seen Michelle spelled like that, but Michelle was the male counselor that came to Candy's house Candy and Todd's house to counsel them. And, basically Candy told the counselor, like, she said she feels like, they had their spats and everything, and it's always stemming from their business. It's always something business related. And so Todd chimed in and he said, yeah, I feel like we, what he said? He said, we are great business partners. He said, what did he say? I wrote it down. He said that they have become great business partners, but they haven't had time to be happy together in a long time, and enjoy the moment. And he said when she is home, when she ain't traveling or whatever on business, and when she is home, she always want to spend her time on miscellaneous bullshit, honey. And he said that, she want to go to her friends' little functions and shit like that. Honey, Todd is over it. And, Candy was crying or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm glad that they are doing, having a counseling session because it's definitely needed. Like I said, this is what comes with the territory of being a boss, being, power couples. You have all this money, you have all this ambition, you have all these things, but it's like you start to lose each other. You start to lose the romance and everything like that. So they just got to get that back together. So hopefully they can. And the parenting, that's another thing I wanted to say. That can mess up a marriage too, like your parenting, because that can mess up a relationship, period. Because if two people have two different parenting styles, what's going to continue to happen is they're going to clash. So they have to find some type of way to compromise, or they have to find some type of happy medium even with that. Because you can really fall apart because y'all don't agree on how y'all raising y'all children. So that stuff is important too. So again, I hope they can get that together. So going back when Candy was talking to Kenya, in Kenya's confessional, she was just like, I wish Mark could be more like Todd. See, Kenya's situation made Candy feel like, maybe it ain't so bad after all. Because, Kenya told her, like, you don't want to be like me. You need to get it together. You don't want to sit up here and be like me. So, I feel bad for Kenya. I really do. So, let me see. Oh, and so Candy was like, okay, yeah, my fault. I'm sitting up here spilling all my troubles to you. How are you feeling? What's going on with you? So Kenya tells her that, her and Mark they still in the same place, which is not a good place. and that, they're not even speaking right now. And actually, she has him on block. I don't believe in having your husband on block. I don't believe in having your wife on block. How the hell you gonna try to work anything out if you got each other on block? I don't like that shit. But whatever. She said he needs to learn how to talk to her or whatever. So, Cynthia and Mal are talking. Her sister Mal are talking, and Cynthia tells Mal that Noelle's out in L.A. Noelle has a audition for the Salt and Pepper documentary that's going to be coming out, which I'm so here for. As push it. So anyway, so Noelle's going to be in that. I guess she's auditioning for it anyway. And so Mel asks, is she going to move to LA? You know what I mean? She asks, Cynthia, like, are you going to move to LA? And so, Cynthia says she doesn't really want to give up her Lake Bailey. You know what I mean? She said that her and Mike is going to have to figure this thing out. Mel says that she loves Mike for Cynthia because he's the only man, he's someone that can keep that ass in check or whatever. Now, here's my thing about that. Okay, I get it, Cynthia. Lake Bailey is your baby. You know what I mean? That was your first, that was like your thing for you, But again, when you purchased Lake Bailey, you purchased that as a single woman. Okay. You probably didn't have a man in mind when you purchased it, but now you have a man. So it's like it goes back to sacrifices. You got to make some type of sacrifice. You got to make a choice. You know what I mean? Either Mike is going to move there with you, or you're going to have to give up Lake Bailey, or maybe you can keep it and rent it out. I guess. I don't know. That's just they are going to have to get that together, because I don't think a long distance like that will last too long, especially not with Mike. I ain't trying to be funny, but I don't know. But anyway, so Portia and Dennis have a conversation or whatever. They having a conversation, and they're talking about, Dennis is saying he has to go to work and stuff, but his job is in Duluth or whatever. So he's going back and forth, and it's like a pretty long drive and everything. But he's only not living there because, when he cheated or whatever. So Portia put him out the house. So they're talking about that, and they're having this conversation or whatever. And, he's like, I'm not moving my stuff back in here only for you to what? When you get mad, you're going to kick me out. Well, I mean, Dennis, you brought that on yourself. You have to, obviously, maybe she's ready to trust you again. You know what I'm saying? If you know you ain't going to fuck up again, maybe you shouldn't worry about that. But then again, he don't know what the future holds, so I don't know. But I do believe that if y'all trying to get married or whatever, then yes, you do need to move back in the house. Especially if Portia's wanting you to, at this point, obviously she's healing over the hurt of you cheating. So she's ready to let you back in the house. So you might as well just go ahead and go back to the house. And then, so they started talking about, a prenup. They started talking about a prenup or whatever. And, see, here's my thing with Dennis. If I was Portia, I'd be thinking he over there fucking somebody else at his place, wherever he's staying. I don't know. But I know you can't think like that, because he could fuck somebody whether he living with her or not. But I'm just saying that's how much I probably wouldn't trust him. You know what I'm saying? But he broke that trust. So anyway, they're talking about a prenup or whatever. And he's saying he don't want a big wedding. I guess he feels like because he did what he did, he feels like people's judging him and everything. So he just kind of want to keep everything small and simple and sweet and short or whatever. But Portia's like, we're going to go ahead and do what the hell we was going to do before all the bullshit happened. So anyway, so Greg and Nene, they celebrating their anniversary, okay? I like the way Nene had the room set up and everything. And so, her and Greg, they shared a toast. They've been married. I think they've been married for like 23 years or whatever. They talked about how last year when Greg had his cancer, that was the most trying time in their marriage, in their union or whatever. And they couldn't have sex as well. So, they're really trying to get it popping, on their anniversary, whatever. I thought it was cool and it was cute the way they just was in each other's presence. They was just together. I feel like if they didn't have sex that night, that would have still been a good night, because when you've been married that damn long, I mean, of course y'all want some nookie. You want to get it in, but it's like, it's not even a big deal on our anniversary. Cause that's what most people think, they got to have sex on the anniversary, and that's cool. But I'm just saying, even if they didn't, that still would have been a sweet romantic night, because the scenery was really nice and everything. And, they were laying in the bed and having their drinks and stuff. I think that's cool. Like, just really enjoying each other's presence, laughing, talking, just thankful for the 23 years that y'all been together. You know what I mean? And then there was something mentioned about an open marriage. She said that she asked Greg when they were like during their bad time, how would he feel about an open marriage? And he said, we ain't talking about an open marriage, talk about something else. But quiet as it's kept, I've been hearing whispers, for the past few weeks that Nene and Greg do have, they kind of do have an open marriage or whatever. And I think that was brought up recently. Nene was on Angela Yee's podcast, and she was talking about about the open marriage or whatever. She was kind of hinting around to it. She didn't really say, yes, we have an open marriage. She was just kind of hinting around to it. But I think that was because she knew that this episode was going to be airing, and it was, what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but I guess whatever works for them, honey. Whatever works for them. What else happened? Oh, Cynthia visits Eva, and, Eva and the kids in their new home. Her little boy was so cute. There was a small part, and I think Cynthia peeped it too, because Cynthia started laughing. Her little boy, the little baby Mike, the little toddler, he was walking or whatever. When Eva had Marley take little baby Mike out of the room to go get some chocolate milk or something, and he was walking and he looked right into the camera like. I thought that was the cutest thing for some reason. That was so cute to me. And Cynthia started laughing too. It was so cute. He was looking right in that camera. But anyway, so Eva tells Cynthia that her Marley's donor or whatever, Kevin, he is trying to get, first of all, he's trying to change Marley's last name back to his, and he's trying to get custody of Marley, whatever. But let Eva tell her he's a deadbeat that won't even buy his daughter a cheeseburger, but he want to try to, get some child support and all that kind of stuff. But that's just a mess, honey. That's a mess. I'm happy for Eva though. She seemed like she got a decent man, and she got the house, the kids, the white picket fence. Go, bitch. Kudos to you, bitch. Even though I don't like your ass. But anyway, but I will say this too. That Eva looked good with that blonde platinum hair. Oh, that's so pretty on her. That whole look, honey. Yes, bitch. I don't like you, but yes, bitch. So they started talking or whatever. And they started talking about Kenya, Cynthia, and Eva. She's telling Eva that she went over to Cynthia's house or whatever. I mean, no, let me back up. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, anyway, so, oh yeah, so anyway, they're talking about Kenya, and Cynthia tells Eva how Kenya had her come over there and help her pack up Mark's stuff or whatever. So they was just like, yeah, she'll find someone. I'm just really feeling for her right now and everything. Just being supportive girlfriends behind her back. So Kenya had Cynthia, like I said, Kenya had Cynthia come over and help her pack up Mark's shit. So, they're in the closet and stuff, and they're talking or whatever as they get ready to pack up his stuff or whatever. And, Kenya said that Mark FaceTimes Brooklyn, but he don't do it with her. He FaceTimes baby Brooklyn with the fucking nanny. That man act like he can't stand Kenya. Damn. What the hell does she do? And also, Kenya said that she doesn't have contact. She has no contact with Mark's parents, which we learned that on the last episode because she said that she's not allowed to talk to them. She don't even have their phone number and things like that. Girl, please, you shouldn't have got married. And from the proposal, which they talked about on a few episodes back, where it was a shitty little proposal. Girl, this marriage had doomed spelled all over it before it even began. If you can't meet somebody's parents, and I said it before, if I ain't meeting your parents, baby, we ain't walking down no aisle. We ain't doing shit. Because it's something you're hiding. But anyway, what you scared your parents gonna slip up and say something at the dinner table? You're scared they gonna say something. They gonna slip up and talk about maybe he got a secret lie. I don't know. Don't give me the line. So anyway, So, yeah, so, Kenya starts crying and she's like, this is not what I expected marriage to be like. She just said that she remembered when he would come home and inch by inch he would put stuff in the closet and stuff. It's just sad. But just go ahead and get your divorce, Kenya, and go ahead and keep it pushing. Put one foot in front of the other, honey, and keep it pushing, honey. You got your beautiful baby out of the deal, and that's that. Just, move on. You're a beautiful girl. You'll find another man. I mean, fuck it. It is what it is, honey. It happens. So, yeah. Cynthia told Eva that her and Mike does have a wedding date set 10-10-20, honey. That date has a nice ring to it. Okay. But yeah, so the rest was about, Todd and Candy meeting up with the counselor, and I already told y'all what I felt about that. So yeah, another thing the counselor did ask them was their sex life still, was they still getting it on? And she said, not like we used to. Hey, they better get that together, honey, or it's gonna be some cheating going on, honey. So anyway, that was it, y'all. That was it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here. And I think I covered everything. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.